برم داخل اینا ما رو اذیت میکنن اینجا.
اذیت نمیکنن. این تعدادی از هموطنان
اذیت چی میشه؟
بسیار آروم پلیس برخلاف تبلیغات جمهوری اسلامی که میگه پلیس میاد گفت طرف میگه پلیس میزنن و چیکار میکنن نمیدونم. یکی به من گفته بود اگه راست میگی سنگ بنداز طرفشون رو چیکارت میکنن. سنگ آخه بنداز.
لطفاً انگلیسی بگی شعارا رو ما هم بفهمیم.
البته خب آره درست میگه ولی خب شعار انگلیسی ما چون اینجا هدفمون اینه که جامعه استرالیا حداقل تو جایی که ما هستیم بدونن که واقعا چه خبره اتفاق میفته. همه چیزا انگلیسی چون خود ایرانی‌ها که دیگه همه میدونن که واقعا چه خبره.
این گفتم ما حوصله‌مون سر میره ما حداقل بفهمیم شما چی میگین که بتونیم همراهیتون کنیم.
And the Australian to see an action from the Australian government now. It's a matter of
میگه 4 تا خیار چنبر همش تو این یک بازی بچگانه بود که البته یاد ما نمیره ولی خب داره شامل حال خود ما هم میشه انگار.
دفتر اندرو تقریبا حدود 20 نفر بیشتر پلیس اجازه نمیده که بره جلو اونجا. دارن میرن اونجا که شروع کنن این اعلانیه رو خوندن جلوی دفتر. منم الان میرم نزدیکتر از آقای جمهوری اسلامی رو ببین.
برو جمع کن میام میدم آویزونت کنن.
تیپیکال جمهوری اسلامی دیگه.
حالا میخواد جمله بخونه.
خب ببینیم چی میگه. مولای دوزاری هم گوش بده. اینم پلیس و همکاری پلیس برخلاف حالا خیلی ها هستن اونجا فکر میکنن حالا چیزایی که جمهوری اسلامی نشون میده که آی پلیس استرالیا خیلی خشنه و فلانه و فلانه. همکاری کامل با ما دارن. تو تمام ویدیوهایی که من قبلا گذاشتم مشخصه پلیس واقعا همکاری میکنه. هیچ خشونتی نیست. اینجا ماشینشون هست یه ماشین دیگه هم پشت سر ما هستن. خود نیروهای پلیس هم پشت سر ما وایسادن. شایع از همش اون چیزایی که میبینید تو تلویزیون ایران. امروز روز جمعه ما یه تجمع داریم با تعدادی از ایرانیها. ساعت 3 ظهر شروع شده تجمع. بعد منطقهش خیلی تقریبا 40 دقیقه رانندگی داره از خود شهر ملبورن. تقریبا حدود میشه گفت 100 نفر 100 خورده نفر هستیم اینجا جلوی دفتر یکی از نماینده های مجلس استرالیا که مستقیما مسئول صدور ویزا هست برای کلا همه. من چرخی تو جمعیت میزنم.
Kick out IRGC. Australian safety. Kick out IRGC. For Australian safety.
Kick out IRGC. بعد جالبه که وای میسنن خیلی ها نگاه میکنن ببینن که چیه ما چرا تابلو هم فقط همین List IRGC as a terrorist organization.
For Australian safety. Kick out IRGC. For Australian safety. Kick out IRGC. For Australia's safety, 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 kick out IRGC. Kick out IRGC.
در خفقان در ایران بوده و امروز
Kick out IRGC.
استرالیا و دولت‌های سیاستمداران
Kick out IRGC.
سازمان باید از نظر
Kick out IRGC.
در جایگاه
گیلز بکنم گیلز تلفظ تو MP اون دفترشه
که ویزا چیزا. بعد ما منتظر هستیم که گفتن یکیشون میاد اینجا سخنرانی میکنه. من منتظر میمونم که ببینم حالا کی از شخصی که میاد، ولی مثل اینکه شخص مهمی هست.
We Iranian Australians have gathered in front of Mr. Andrew Giles' office to express our concerns that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, known as IRGC, poses a significant threat to the security of all Australians. Everyone in Australia should be worried that IRGC operatives can roam freely in the country as they wait for the next command, and the Australian Federal Police can do nothing to stop them. Who is IRGC? The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is a hardline Islamic organization tasked with preserving not the Iranian people, but the Islamic Revolution in Iran. Because of its avowed objective of exporting the revolution, the IRGC funds and supports a wide variety of Islamic proxies across the world, in the Middle East, South America, Africa, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Some examples of these organizations are Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Palestine, Islamic Jihad in the West Bank, Ansar Allah in Yemen, also known as the Houthis, and several paramilitary groups in Iraq, such as the Al-Hashad al-Shabi, which are popular mobilization forces. These numerous groups, including many more, have been labeled terrorist organizations by Australia and its Western allies. Much of the recent violence in Iran can be traced back to the IRGC, the parent organization of the Basij militia group, which is committing crimes on street and behind closed doors, torturing and killing thousands of Iranians of all ages, including women, men, and children. We call on Australian officials and lawmakers, in particular Mr. Andrew Giles, to appreciate the gravity of the catastrophe taking place in Iran, including arbitrary arrests, imprisonments, torture, and executions. And the organization behind these crimes is the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. We urge the Australian government to hold the terrorist regime accountable for its actions and take appropriate steps to classify the IRGC as a terrorist organization now. The foregoing summary makes it abundantly evident that IRGC satisfies the criteria that must be met for a terrorist organization to be included in the list maintained under Division 102 of the Commonwealth Criminal Act, Code Act 1995. This protocol provides guidance on the listing of terrorist organizations under Division 102 of the Commonwealth Criminal Code Act 1995. I'm going to quote that part. A terrorist organization is defined under Section 102.1 of the Criminal Code as an organization that is directly or indirectly engaged in preparing, planning, assisting, or fostering the doing of a terrorist act, or has been listed in regulations as as a terrorist organization. Some of Australia's partners have recognized IRGC Quds Force and other elements under the IRGC as terrorist organizations. Surprisingly, Australia has not tried to designate the IRGC as a foreign terrorist organization. Members of the IRGC have been allowed entry to Australia and even citizenship, allowing them to engage in activities such as money laundering for the IRGC or spying on the Iranian diaspora or Australian defense technologies while working here, while living here. Mr. Andrew Giles, we require that you strongly urge the Australian government to take the following steps to ensure the safety of Australia and its citizens. Number 1, designation of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a foreign terrorist organization. Yes. Number 2, placing sanctions on the Islamic regime in Iran, the IRGC, and anyone associated with the Islamic Republic regime, the IRGC, and anyone else funding terrorism in Australia must have their assets frozen. Number 3, suspending the entry of members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and the Islamic Republic regime in Iran, including their families, into Australia. Number 4, as a form of protest against the illegal and inhumane treatment of innocent protesters in Iran, Australia should declare the Islamic Republic regime's ambassadors and other representatives in Australia to be persona non grata and remove them from the country. Yes. Yes. Mr. Andrew Giles, we need your support to pressure the government to label the Islamic Republic in Iran and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as terrorist entities. Doing so would stop funding the Islamic Republic regime's violence with Australian tax dollars. We would like to also take this opportunity to thank you in advance for your cooperation, and we look forward to seeing urgent action from the Labour government for the safety of all Australians. Also, our special thanks to the Liberal senators and MPs who have supported us and stood next to us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Mr. Giles, we look forward to talking to you. We want some answers. We want to know, why is the government silent? We want to see some action. Now, it's too late. We are behind the whole world. The USA, Canada, the UK, the EU. We want to see action from you, from the Labour government, now. Thank you, everyone.